Fool me once, shame on you, fool me 100 times, shame on me. 3 weeks ago I left my husband, together 13 years, married 3.5 with 4 kids between 10 5 years old. Has always been a big drinker, red flag I know, never really wanted kid and never really wanted to marry me, but did so out of obligation drunken confessions. Over the years many times I found out he was sending and receiving nudes from women all over the country. I found out he would stop, then few months later at it again with another chick. We moved rural thinking things would change, and they did for a while till 8 months ago he had a text affair, I call BS, that nothing physical happened, with a girl in town. I found out, lost my shit, told him one more fuck up I'm out. Then this time his drinking got worse, only to find out he was at it again with another chick from town who was my friend and my support. The last time this HAPPENED, still call BS, that nothing physical happened. I was manipulated on both sides, mentally and emotionally. I was told it was my fault by him because I wasn't doing things he wanted in the bedroom, not having sex with him, and other things he wanted. I wasn't loving and it blah blah blah, but thanks to 2 other friends that heard rumors and asked me did I realize I had to leave. Not just for me, but for my kids too. Next day packed my shit and left with the kids and dogs. Now here's the fun part, in the last 3 weeks he's been trying to guilt me into coming back, and it will never happen again. He loves me, blames the alcohol, blames this chick. Blah blah blah. All the things I fell for beefer. After 3 weeks with minimal contact with him. Would be none if it wasn't for the kids. I see it for what it was. It was not love. I was convenient, pushover that did 99% of everything, household and childcare, and I worked too. That every time he broke my heart I had to build myself up again alone. I'm working on myself. I'm working on being an awesome mom. I'm working on finding a home for the kids and I. And I'm doing it all by myself like always, but I'm happier doing it this time. Good on you. How do I become normal again after all of that? So basically, in the last 12 years, I, 27M, have been in 5 serious relationships. By serious I mean long-term, around 1 year on longer. Each and every one of those relationships ended with me getting cheated on or worse. After all of that I've stopped believing there is a chance for me to ever be in a healthy, trusting and loving relationship. Because of that I've lost all the motivation to even look for a partner, and my self-esteem dropped to below sea level. My mother is very traditional, she over 60 and it's a matter of her upbringing, not religious or cultural thing. She is very worried that I am still alone. She asked me to search for professional help and I have, it didn't help. How do I even go about fixing that, fixing myself? I am also in constant conflict because on one hand I don't want another relationship, but on other hand I don't want to be alone, and I fear that soon it will be too late for me. Some background. Let me start with some background on myself. I am 27, heterosexual mabe, living in Europe, came from a good low middle upper class family. I've had good upbringing, I'm usually very polite, smart and outspoken guy. 6'2", 198 pounds, 190 centimeters, 90 kilograms. I'm no Adonis, but my looks are above average. Never had troubles in finding girlfriends. I'm an optoelectronics engineer, graduated from the best university of technology in my country, working in high tech with very good salary. Now some background on my relationships. When I was younger I used to be a doormat, on top of that I was crazily in love with my first girlfriend, 1 year younger. She would do whatever she wanted because she knew I'd always accommodate her and forgive her. We were together for 4 years, ago 15 to 20, she would manipulate me into buying her stuff, she cheated on me multiple times, she broke up with me just to get together with my friends, 3 times, 3 different friends, and later came back to me crying and depressed, and stupid me would always take her back. It all ended when I finally moved out to different city for my university. My second relationship. We've been together for almost 3 years, she came from a poor Catholic home, same age as me. We got together, she was perfect, very smart, same hobbies, etc. After first year her high school friend died of cancer. She decided to meet up with their mutual friends and have a drink in memory of the dead guy. She got drunk and cheated on me for the first time on that meeting. She called me and told me straight up what happened. It hit me hard, especially because I was in the middle of my exams, didn't need any more stress. I forgave her. 2 years later, I've started considering proposing to her after we graduate, but before that happened, she met her childhood friend, he told her he always had a crush on her, she ended up sleeping with him. Multiple times. She didn't tell me about it, I found out in another way and confronted her. She admitted to that and we broke up. She later told me she wasn't happy with me because I was too good for her, good family background, upbringing, had money, always cared for her, and gave her what she needed and wanted. She said it made her feel like she was very lacking and she felt bad about herself, that's why she cheated. My third and fourth relationships were the shortest ones, third one around 1 year and fourth one was around 10 months. Both of them were the same age as me back then. Third one started as a FWB, ended up in a relationship. Everything was good until one day she sat me down and told me straight she has been sleeping around for past 2 months and it's not my fault, it's just she found out monogamy isn't for her and that we can either open the relationship or break up. It pained me, but not as much as before, we broke up. Fourth was the first relationship I got into after signing up on Tinder. I liked her, she was a classy girl, corporation worker, pianist and coffee lover. It was very relaxing 10 months, full of bliss, until one day she went back to visit her family in her hometown for a weekend. Long story short, she met her ex, their feelings reignited, she cheated, broke up with me after she came back. Fifth. Well, she was 3 years older than me. Acting school graduated, she would play in theater and low-budget TV shows. She was all about the crazy life. She had troubles growing up, father was an alcoholic, and she herself was rather narcissistic with a princess syndrome. Everything had to be her way, even a single word too much would result in silent treatment for a week. She once forced me to go clubbing with her, under a threat that she would break up with me. I agreed, invited 2 other friends and went clubbing. It didn't take 1 hour for me to find her letting another random man touch and kiss her, just so she would be given some amphetamine for free. That was also the day I found out that she is a drug user. She would never do it with me close by, only when she was with her actor friends, because apparently that's what actors do. Next day I told her I'm breaking up with her because of that and some other reasons, and she burst out with anger, hitting me and calling me an unfair asshole because I forgave my other exes for cheating, but I would not forgive her. Luckily our flat was rented in my name, only my name on the contract, and I was paying from my bank account, so I ended up kicking her out. I am sure I am not the perfect man, I have my issues, but even to this day I have no idea what have I done to deserve any of this. As I've said at the beginning, I've been to several professionals, seeking help, therapists and psychiatrists, but I can't seem to figure out how to move on and try again. The girlfriend who always brings the topic of her ex. I 25M just started dating, 22F. I ended a 3-year relationship where my ex frequently cheated on me. I started talking to this new girl who showed interest in me despite my lack of trust concerns. I started dating her after she admitted that she loves me. I requested my current girlfriend not to do anything that would cause me to lose more faith in her because I'm completely over my ex, but I still carry the trauma of being betrayed, yet she never fails to bring up her ex. She said in a recent Instagram story that her pals are the ones she talks about her ex with the most. I've stopped speaking to her because I'm so hurt. Is there any chance that I might get cheated on again? I do kinda trust her, but the way she mention her ex every now and then, it hurts me. Is there any way she can cheat on me? I'm scared, I don't want to get cheated on again. Or is it just normal to bring out the topic of ex out of nowhere? If you've asked her not to talk about them and she continue to do so, that would show that she has a lack of respect for you. So that's probably somebody not to have in a long-term relationship. About to cheat on my girlfriend, needs some help. So I've finally found the one, F23. I am 21, have been in 2 other relationships before this, and I've cheated during both of them. Looking back, one of the many reasons for cheating was because deep down inside I didn't really care or love those girls, at the time I just didn't want to be alone. But now with my current relationship I do know I love this woman and want to spend the rest of my life with her, but for some reason I still want to fuck other women, is this normal? Deep down inside, I really don't want to cheat and I do know I'm going to regret it really badly after. I just feel this urge to have sex with other women, I also can't stop finding other women attractive. It's like every woman I see I want to fuck. Even my ex, whom I actually left because funny enough I stopped finding her attractive, but now I want to go back to fucking her. I really can't find any reasons as to why, it's not like my current relationship is lacking anything in the sexual regard. If anyone has any advice, please feel free to share. Thank you. I don't think it's a good idea to be in a relationship until you figure your issues out. Cheating is one of the worst things you can do to your partner as a form of trauma. If you're so aware that you want to and most likely will cheat, please do the right thing, the bare minimum, and break up with her first. No one deserves to be cheated on. You have issues that need to be addressed by a professional. Oh, this video has come to an end. If you want more such cool stories, then go to one of the many following videos.